I'm in style and I saw Beverly Hills Cop 2. It is directed by Tony Scott, written by Eddie Murphy, and if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This is requested by Patreon. If you'd like to fast track movie review, you can do that at patreon.com/ASEPresents. On with the review. Compared to last movie, this movie is completely different in tone. Last movie was a little bit more lighthearted, but, you know, a little bit edgy with Eddie Murphy's character. This one, it starts off pretty gritty. We are met with new leadership, corrupt, and hates Axel, okay? And Axel is kind of a rogue cop kind of dealio situation, and also demotes him. And I'm thinking, man, demoting somebody based off of a personal grudge? I'm not sure if that's a good bossly trait to have. Oh yeah, he'll have like the best guy just do like speeding tickets because I hate him. That's not a good trait. I feel like if you're a boss, you should be able to separate your personal feelings for the well-being of the entire society around you. Having Axel on basically mall cop duty is not a good look. But of course, Axel's kind of a rogue. And also there is these lettered crimes, like ranging like a jewel robbery, trying to find out what's up with this, and then there's a B and then a C and a D. And this movie's tone is dark and kind of not as fun as the first one. I had a harder time sitting through this movie because I just was expecting another one of the first one, and I understand that once you do the first one, you can't do the first one again. You gotta do a little bit something different with the second one. So I was expecting more chase scenes, and there's some chase scenes, but there are a lot of shooting scenes, and when I see his boss, I just get angry because it's like, why do you hate this guy so much? The movie doesn't really explain it too much, but I can assume based on Axel's personality why his boss would hate him. Just kind of going rogue all the time, you know? But he's also been there for a couple years now, so there's a little bit of history that we don't know about. So of course, Axel's going to see who these letters are and who's behind these letter crimes, right? And his boss is like, no, don't do that. I guess it's kind of like the first movie in the sense that Axel feels the need to go against his boss again for the greater good. And his boss is definitely a lot more egotistical than his last boss. And I'm thinking, yeah, you got some vitamin D in your system, but like, your boss is also just there, and your boss isn't very nice, isn't very considerate of you, and that doesn't matter. But he's also not considerate of the entire society he's trying to have jurisdiction over when you place Axel in kind of like a lower position and not on these crimes that he wants to find out about. And of course, this movie, honestly, is a little confusing. Because of the tone shift, it's so weird, and the pacing is a little bit weird to me, but I do like the explosion scenes and trying to find out who these letter crimes are, and then Axel goes after these letter crimes, and then he finds out who does these letter crimes, and his boss is like, oh, hey, cool, you did a good job. You know, that's pretty much the movie. This, it's kind of confusing. I watched this movie, I remember having to see just like, is this done? Is this done? Am I done with this movie? Oh, it's only been 20 minutes? Oh god. Like, I felt like I was sludging through the movie. I just couldn't wait for it to be done because it's completely different from the first movie, which I really liked the first movie. It was fun. This is not so much fun. But there are shootings, and that's entertaining, I guess. I mean, I do like the shootout scenes. I like the action scenes in this movie. But the middle scenes where they have exposition, I feel like go on a little bit too long for my taste, for how I expected this movie to be. And, you know, it's an alright movie. I'm also thinking, Axel, why do you keep pissing off people? Because stop pissing off your bosses. Be on their good side before you go rogue, please? And then they might understand. Like, establish your character. Or maybe give him donuts every morning. So you could be like, hey, I'm going to do this rogue thing, and then he'll, like, look the other way. Give a blind eye, as one would say. Man, this movie, confusing, hard for me to decipher what the plot is, other than what I've said it was. The details, the finer details are kind of hard. Also, Eddie Murphy, again, staple of this movie, but I feel like there's less Eddie Murphy from the first movie in this movie, and there's less attention paid to him. There is more attention paid to the other actors, and they're not Eddie Murphy doing an outward performance. I was trying to think of the word. They're not doing the bestest of the performances, and Eddie Murphy, I feel like he's kind of shoeing this one in, but he is definitely still the best part of the movie for me. I like the chase scenes, I've already said that a lot. I like the idea of the letter crimes, like, you got a letter, and it's like, hey, here's an envelope, and it's like associated with that letter where the crime takes place and what type of crime it is, and I thought that was pretty cool, but like, I don't know. Let me know what you think of Beverly Hills Cop 2. Overall, not my favorite movie. It was kind of disappointing. As a sequel to the first one, this first one is so much different and so much more fun than this one. This one is just like a darker tone. And normally I do like darker tone movies, but I feel like trying to shove a darker tone into this Beverly Hills Cop movie franchise when it's already established to be kind of lighthearted, in a way, like lighthearted in the sense that got a lot of car chase scenes and it's more comedic. This one's more serious, and it's just kind of a weird tonal shift for the series. If it started off like this, I actually don't even know if I would have liked it unless it was comedic, just because I generally don't like shows that are focused on crime and cop stuff unless it's like really good, like The Sopranos or something. But like middling movies about cop stuff and military stuff, I'm just like, ugh. It's kind of bland to me. This was a little bit bland to me compared to the first one, honestly. Let me know what you think. Which Beverly Hills Cop movie is your favorite in the comments below? I gotta give it, it's like a 6.5 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. The platform really likes that. If you want a fast track movie review, we can do that for $20 Dinos at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you like to help support the daily grind and if of all them daily movies, go to this link tree, find the way. You can help support the daily grind of all them daily movies, so you can go here. And until next time, I'm mint salad sauce. See you later to my sacritons and bacon bits. There's a crime. I'm going to stop it as fast as I can. Oh, wait. Don't commit crimes. I'm trying to stop crime. That's just bad.